The truth about willpower and why you're always tired. So often it's not laziness, it's that you're depleted of energy. I used to think that willpower was this unlimited resource. Once you've gained willpower, you're never gonna break. And what actually happens to people is that they think that their willpower is so strong, it's unbreakable, that they put themselves in dangerous situations. And what ends up happening is they put themselves in such a dangerous situation that their willpower breaks. Because willpower runs out. It's great to be able to enforce willpower, but the brain energy that you use recruiting it, it's a finite resource. You can't do it forever. It takes a lot of energy out of you. And I used to rely so heavily on willpower, especially in my sort of David Goggins era. Just do it, doesn't matter how you feel, just get it done. That sort of era. That was in the last couple years sort of time frame when I was reading a couple of those sort of type of books. And it's great to have willpower. I think every man should be able to have willpower, but relying on it 24/7 is very dangerous. Willpower is like a battery. It needs to be recharged. Some good examples were when I stopped smoking a few years ago, I wasn't relying on willpower. Someone relying on willpower and stopping smoking is someone that goes out with the same people, does the same things, and just says, no, I'm not smoking now. And that's all very well in theory, but it runs out. The likeliness of you carrying on smoking is high. Even if you just relapse just once, if you're putting yourself in the same environments with the same people, doing the same things, and just saying no, you're most likely to relapse. But why stopping smoking was so effective for me was that I changed my environment. I was humble enough to realize that I'm not strong enough to stop smoking just with willpower. I got strategic. I realized that willpower isn't gonna do it for me. It's gonna help a lot, of course it is. But what's really gonna help is changing your environment, getting rid of all of your smoking products, making it hard to access, not doing the same activities you were doing when you were smoking. A complete change. And also realizing that I need something else. I need an outlet that replaces it. Another example got me thinking about willpower recently is I've been trying to look at my phone less, and the perfect example is when your phone is in arm's reach, you will grab your phone more often. That's a simple fact. And I was thinking, well, maybe just don't grab the phone. Enforce willpower. Every time you want to look at the phone, use it. And it's good in theory, it's good short term. You learn, okay, well, I went to grab the phone. Why did I go to grab the phone? Am I looking for some sort of procrastination, some sort of distraction? And yeah, it's all very well noticing this stuff, but every time you go to pick up your phone and you don't do it, you enforce willpower. A far better method is simply leaving your phone in the other room, or leaving it the other side of the room, on your desk, your other desk, where if you want to go look at your phone, you have to go up and get it. And it's simply about making it harder to look at your phone. And that little bit of friction causes you to not look at your phone. And the problem I was struggling with, I think so many people were as well, is that we pick up our phones just to say, oh, I'm gonna look at my phone, and then we go to a scrolling app. I'm just looking at this app now. I'm just gonna check this. I'm just gonna check that. You add that little bit of friction in having to go to the other side of the room to get your phone. Problem eradicated. Instead of relying on willpower, stop looking at the phone. You're addicted to your phone. Stop looking at your phone. It's like, yeah, but it's much easier to just put it the other side of the room, because you learn that always enforcing willpower, you burn out. Short term, it's great for short term, but you really burn out. And I've been there. I've burnt myself out through enforcing willpower so much. I've chewed mastic gum for a bigger jaw. I used to do this every day for an hour. Yeah, I got some jaw gains, but I was burning myself out for something that wasn't even important in life. So budget your willpower. Use it wisely. Treat it like a phone. Recharge it. Treat it like a battery. Keep your energy levels high. Don't waste willpower on decisions that don't need to be made. Automate decisions, especially low priority decisions. Making decisions all the time, because when you're making decisions all the time, you're having to enforce willpower all the time. And don't beat yourself up failing, because you don't suddenly master willpower. Nobody masters it. It's about realizing that environment plays a big part too. And you don't just suddenly achieve willpower and you never fail. And I think this is quite dangerous for young men especially, because their willpower fails eventually and they burn themselves out, and then they end up berating themselves, feeling so guilty and hating themselves because why am I this weak man who can't even have simple willpower? It's because you're burning yourself out. People like David Goggins, I've got so much respect for them. But he's a different breed. He's a different sort of guy. He's lived a crazy life. Doesn't mean we all need to live our lives like that. It's like I've said before in videos, it's half being David Goggins, but half being Dry Creek Dwayne, a guy who basically, his philosophy is be present in the moment, enjoy life, don't be hard on yourself. So striking the balance between the two, not thinking, oh, David Goggins can do it, I can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You can recruit Goggins in those crazy times when you need it, but living a life like that 24/7, it only leads to burnout.